K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
Joe had huge problems with the IRS.
I knew it was coming. I hadn't filed taxes since 1990.
All the IRS letters coming in added up to a nightmare.
To get up to like $68,000, my heart started beating fast. It's like, there's no way, man. I mean, I ain't going to be able to do this.
Then they stopped his paycheck.
So that's when I started making phone calls and found U.S. Tax Shield.
U.S. Tax Shield went to work immediately.
They just took the bull by the horns. What blew my mind is he called the IRS right then and there.
So why is U.S. Tax Shield A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau? Joe knows.
They saved me a ridiculous amount of money.
If you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS or state, choose the company Joe chose, U.S. Tax Shield.
It was the best decision I made. U.S. Tax Shield is the way to go. Life is good. Thank you, Lord.
Call 800-471-3287.
U.S. Tax Shield. Boo-rah. Yes.
800-471-3287. 800-471-3287.
Game on, where progressives fear us and rhinos tremble. Welcome to the political jungle. I'm JD.
This is Stacey. No one is safe. No one is spared.
Lock up the children.
And the old folk.
Welcome to the world of liberservative conservatarians.
Trumpkins, listen up, Trumpkins. Hand off Schmeckel ear on radio. Hand off Schmeckel ear on radio. Closer. Come on, Trumpkins. Closer. Listen very carefully.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
Ted Cruz bows out gracefully, baby, but JD and Stacey ain't going nowhere. Tuesday night, May 3rd, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. JD and Stacey here, Game On, part of that Conservative Commandos radio network on that K98 Talk. Welcome back to all our political geeks, freaks, and back alley sneaks. Hey, everybody right now within the sound of my voice. You know exactly what to do. You get over to K98Talk.org, get in that chat room, say hello to Stacey, join the conversation. Bar is open. Tell Ron to keep his pants on, Evah. Schmear, Indiana, okay, for everybody in the state of Indiana, from JD and Stacey.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
JD and Stacey, baby, yo radio Rorschach test. Good evening, baby.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm just getting started. I don't know about you.
Oh, I'm just chuckling at this point.
Make sure tonight drinks a double shot, baby. Tonight. Ancient Greece gave us civilization and naked wrestling. Indiana just gave us the political equivalent. How'd populism knock up the cheerleader this cycle? Stacey and I will discuss. Never Trump, baby, more than ever. Nonsense of the world and more. Remember, guys, Stacey and I are not just here live Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. on the K98 Talk for Some Game On. We're live again Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard here on K98. Friday, 5 p.m. with a drive time lead in to Yahoo Sports and at WNJC 1360 AM. We cover Philadelphia, Southern Jersey, and Northern Delaware, baby. Sunday morning, this broad talked me into a show, and we do it. It's Game On again, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Carrying your mainstream media hangover, baby. Listen, kids, hooples, everybody get over to Facebook. Get over to our new show page, JD and Stacey. You like it, you tell 10 friends they like it some more. Website coming up soon, kids, jdandstacey.com. For those of you that went to public school, that's jdandstacey.com. After the show, I want you to stick around for the boss and that J.R. Homestead for that America Off the Rails, taking you to the top of the 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour here on that K98 Talk. And then after that, when everybody's nice and drunk and they found that joint that they buried in the house, oh, my God, when am I going to need this, Bob? And you got all where you want to be. You get over to Spreaker.com, hashtag JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Find out a catalog of everything we've been doing here with that Riggy Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson on that K98 Talk. Good evening, baby.
Good evening.
How are you?
Just, I've had quite a few chuckles so far this evening. So.
Ooh, that's charitable. Hold on. I got to hit the little radio audio mob over here for a second. Hang on one sec. All right, we reestablished contact, baby. I know. There's a lot to talk about tonight, kids. Everybody's upset. What do you mean, JD and Stacey? I just saw Ted Cruz say he's out of the race. He is. I'm telling you what, guys. Donald Trump is the nominee of the Republican Party. We're going to go into a little bit why, a little bit how, where we go from here, and basically who you can tell to go screw and who sticks around. But Trumpkins, hand on Schmeckel, ear on radio, hand on Schmeckel, ear on radio.
Hand on?
It places the lotion in the basket.
Never mind.
Okay, terrific.
You got, no, please, Trumpkins, keep your hand off my Schmeckel. So tonight, Stacey and I have been saying, coming up for the last week, we've been taking a look at the polls. The polling did not look to be favorable to Ted Cruz. I've been saying the last couple of shows, I did not think he'd take Indiana, and I thought it would be more than a few-point loss. I thought he ran a phenomenal race. I like Carly Fiorina more than I actually do Ted Cruz.
Me too.
I understand him stepping out of the primary at this point, but I wanted to make a point at the top of the show. And I want to make it to everybody who's listening. And Stacey and I have had this conversation countless times with each other off the air. A lot of people, and, myself included, I'm sure I've been guilty of this at some point in the past. These races, especially as visceral and miserable and negative as they became, people have a lot of emotional investment in this. And I'm sure a lot of people had fight in them to go to the convention and beyond and what have you, when they take a look at Ted Cruz and are let down by this tonight. And I'm sure there may be a few tears shed, but you really can't. You really can't, because at the end of the day, we're going to go over some of the primary, how it played out, this idiotic pact that Cruz and Kasich couldn't keep together for more than 30 seconds. These people, even the ones, Cruz I believe is a constitutional conservative, they're just people. And at the end of the day, they're politicians. And they're politicians who believe that they should have been president of the United States. So you want to invest deep-seated emotion in somebody, do it with the family, do it with friends, with people you know. Because at the end of the day, these politicians are basically just a platform and a vessel for what a lot of people want to see. But before we do this, I have got to give credit to two people. I honestly think in this entire Stacey retired circus for... What was your term du jour for this?
Dumpster fire.
That's right. Of all the things that went on in this race, do you know what I find to be the absolute funniest, most giggle-stitched, I don't even know what to say without being profane part of it? That the fact that besides Donald Trump's going to be the nominee of the Republican Party and Kankles is going to be the Democratic nominee, do you know Uncle Speedo, for all the 436,927 and a half people that started running for president for the Republicans, Uncle Speedo and John Kasich are staying in the race.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, then you have
I'm the mailman.
I mean, tell me that doesn't.
Okay, terrific.
Kasich and Bernie Sanders are still left in this race. You know what kept going through my mind this afternoon? Stace.
What?
Did you see Animal House?
A long time ago.
All right, well, the guys in the audience, because guys are good with movie things. There's a scene in there where Belushi. This is when they're going to go after the preppy ROTC fraternity, and he jumps up and Belushi goes, what the hell was the first guy's name? Marmalade dead, Niedermeyer dead, and I'm sitting here today. I was driving in the car and I'm thinking Jeb Bush dead, Marco Rubio dead, Rand Paul dead. It was like that scene in Animal House when he was getting all whipped up. If you think about the number of people who came and went in this race, and for a large number of us, take a look at people that were so much more eminently qualified than who were going to end up with the nominee. And where do you want to take this, Stacey? How we got here, where we go, what you see? Would you like
what
to
I
talk
see
about
is
your
that in a
feelings, darling?
country of roughly 330 million people, the best candidates for leader of the free world the American citizenry can come up with are Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding
I
me?
think that is like an amazing place to start.
It isn't. It isn't. But you know, this comes back to the place. This comes back to the place. If you take a look at the race, and for those of you who are new to the program, Stacey and I are pretty much part of the Never Trump movement for a variety of different reasons. And as time goes on, you know, we come in and out and we explain why. But if you look back at the beginning of this race, you know, when we thought about prior to CPAC, how we thought that, and it honestly was, it was one of the deepest and I think strongest benches the Republicans have ever fielded.
Oh, yeah.
And what they didn't account for, I think, is this goes back to you and I always saying how the right doesn't know how to politic. And in the Kim Kardashian's ass, you know, all over the place world, and the Perez Hilton and the TMZ and everything else, you know, Donald Trump is a reality television star. I think realized how much more of the Roman Colosseum we have become as a country than we have become the Roman Senate. And I think that the political class in Washington, D.C. sees us, the great unwashed, the voter, as a mix of the poor that need to be taken care of, but we all understand the Washington game and speak their language. And I think that in this entire cycle, the only two people that tapped into the language that current-day America wants to be spoken to in were Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders.
Okay, first of all, Bernie Sanders, yes, he pandered to millennials who want to be taken care of.
Excuse me, I pandered to anybody who would listen.
Taken care of for the rest of their life. Give me my free college. Everybody should be treated the same. Oh, let's have government control of wages so everybody's happy. Yeah, no. So he spoke in a particular language. What I think Bernie Sanders did was speak in that language with a certain amount of class, a certain amount of decorum, and a certain amount of what we will say is just manners. Donald Trump, if that's the way that America wants to be spoken to, they deserve the government they're going to get.
I do, and one of the points that I've been making...
When I wake up this morning and the first thing I hear is that moron is schlepping a article from the National Enquirer saying Ted Cruz's father shot JFK.
Whoa! We're gonna address a point that Jason has in the chat room in a second. I'm going off the chat room. Stacey, check this for me. I just heard that Indiana was called for.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
But my real name is Mr.
So now to Jason's point. The fact that train wreck has been pretty underreported on the Democratic side, the point that was just made in the chat room is that and I think this speaks for a lot of Trump support, is that this visceral feeling of, I don't care, Trump pisses off the liberals and they get all mad and sad face and wah, 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 wah. Hey, listen, I'm with you. I like aggravating and pissing off the left. The difference is, I think that people that come from it from that point of view, I think the separation inside the Republican Party right now, I think that Donald Trump embodies the fact that there were a lot more people on the right who were seeking their own Barack Obama than a lot of us accounted for. Because I think that Trump speaks to people who were viscerally angry at the way that Obama shredded the Constitution, ran circles around the Republican Party, knew that they were way too scared to really ever come after him on much. He has the most 9-0 decisions of any sitting president of the United States in history against him for executive overreach from the Supreme Court, and he makes conservatives and Republicans' heads explode. And I think that
conservatives, not so much Republicans.
Well, I don't know about that, because I think that I know that the people who support Donald Trump viscerally dislike Barack Obama and what he stands for, not him as an individual, what he stands for. So do I. I understand that as much as they do. We're together on that. I think the difference is that people are looking for that Obama on the right because principle and everything else be damned. The system be damned. I'm with you on blowing up the party, but to what point I don't know, because the disconnect that I get to about when you speak to a Trump supporter about that and you ask about, well, because he drives liberals' heads crazy and will explode and he's going to kill Hillary Clinton in the general election, 99% of the polls out the last 8 months do not agree with that sentiment. Now, you can't have it both ways. You can't say that you believe the support that you see out there in the polling for Donald Trump. But no, that thing with him not beating Hillary, well, no, that we're going to throw out the window. So,
yeah. Well, and to me, it's not just that, okay? If you take your conservatism seriously, you look at what Barack Obama did and said that's not okay. It's also not okay for someone on the right to do it. The way he governed, the use of executive orders. I understand being angry, but my pendulum wants to swing back to states' rights, individual liberty, and a whole bunch of other things that Donald Trump does not provide for. I'm less worried about screwing the Democrats than I am about moving the pendulum back to where the federal government gets smaller, not larger. Donald Trump is a big government progressive, whether he has an R behind his name or a D. He wants a progressive tax code. He wants central control of businesses. He wants to punish organizations that choose to move their business overseas. Do you know what that means? We will have fewer companies headquartered in America. I mean, if you look at his actual policies, they are things that conservatives hate, and that is what I just don't understand.
I'll tell you what, baby. All I can think about in that great soliloquy you just had is about your pendulum swinging. I mean, I'm sure there was a great point behind it, but I was like, swinging pendulum, I'm in. But that is not why. When I was saying to you earlier, I was listening to. It was probably about 2:00 in the morning Eastern time. I was out in the car. I was working late last night. And I took a run over to the store, and I'm listening. I think it was Red Eye Radio. And, the host was saying that a very good friend of his, Trump supporter, not a bomb thrower, not what you'd call a Trumpkin, not somebody who's going to scream, and, they were having the conversation, and he was like, look, I've known you for 30 years. He's like, I don't understand this. He goes, why don't you give me the top 5 policies, the top 5 reasons of why you support Donald Trump? So the guy did, and, over the next, 60 and 90 seconds, his buddy was like, well, this. Trump has gone all over the map on these, and Cruz has been consistent, and that matches with what you're saying. And the guy looked at him and said, yeah, I know. But it wasn't about that for him. It wasn't about policy. It was about attitude. And I think this goes back to, for a lot of people, and I hope Trump supporters and voters don't take this the wrong way, but I don't see another way to see it. Make me understand how, from our side looking in, Donald Trump looks like nothing more than a weak man's version of what they think a strong man looks like. 30 seconds, Stacey.
I don't even know that, I know the answer to that question. I don't see this guy as a strong man. He gets his feelings hurt over nothing.
No. I didn't say he was a strong man. I said he is a weak man's version of what they think a strong man looks like.
Yeah, he's got a big mouth and he whines when he gets his fifis hurt. I think Donald Trump is a beta male. Take it to the bank.
I got a big mouth, I got a tiny schmeckle, and I got little hands. But
I got money and I bought a wife.
But now, Mrs. Clinton, I do care about your damn
email. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to live with it. Here is our presumptive nominee.
You're so vain.
You're fired. 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 You're fired.
When we come back, think about it, kids. America, JD and Stacey asking you one question. Please show us on the doll where the Republican Party hurt you, baby. JD and Stacey here, K98 Talk. Game on. The show's so big. Diamond Dave taking us out to break. Going to pay a couple of bills. Coming right back.
One break coming up.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. This is the most transparent administration in history. Not even a smidgen of corruption.
Fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. What difference at this point does it make?
If you got a business, you didn't build that.
The feeling most people get when they hear Barack Obama's speech, I felt this thrill going up my leg. I don't have that too often.
Steady.
It's time to hear the truth about America's biggest challenges. Ricky Robinson, host of America Off the Rails, will tackle the important issues facing America today as he tries to keep America from coming off the track. Get ready to hear the truth every Monday through Friday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, here on K98Talk.com and the Spark Radio Network.
Welcome to the face. Welcome to the face of the new democracy.
Are you conservative in a world of liberal?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not alone. Hey, I'm Daniel Stafford, host of the Stafford Voice, and I'd like to invite you to tune in each Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, where I'll break down the events of the week, and together we'll learn about how they affect you. So, sit back and get ready for the good, the bad, and the ugly of talk radio right here on K98 Talk.
From the Vikings of Norway to my home down south to Washington, D.C., I've been around. I've seen it all, and I've come out on top. You better beware, for all you know, the bell tolls for you. Enter the bell tower or watch your step. 8 p.m. Thursdays, K98 Talk.
Welcome back, suckers, truckers, and bad JD and Stacey. 5,000 watt JD and Stacey, baby. We are here on that K98 Talk. You know, we're not broadcasting out of a church basement in Cleveland, baby. Welcome back. Everybody within the sound of my voice, you know exactly what to do. Screw in 6 light bulbs and you'll have more than 500 watts. Get over to K98Talk.org. Get in that chat room. Everybody laugh at the inside joke. Say hello to Stacey. Ron, put your pants on. Oy vey schmear. Remember, kids, we're not just here live Tuesday, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern for that Game On. We do it again. When did we do it? Sunday morning, 11 a.m. here in that K98 Talk. Friday, 5 p.m. We are the drive time lead-in in that Philadelphia, Southern Jersey, Northern Delaware for that 1360 WN, JC. That's right, haters. Get over that, baby. After the show, please stick around for the boss, that Ricky Ticky Tavi Rick Robinson with that Jay Homestead going into the top of the 11 o'clock hour and then America Off the Rails. After that, Hooples, not throwing it. Get over to Spreaker.com, hashtag JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Find out everything we've been doing here. We do stuff. We're up here. We're over there. This other network threw us off because we were other people.
Whatever.
Well,
I am now a traitor. I'm being put on lists. This is awesome.
Oh, please, take your
they're going to give him to Roger Stone. Oh, no!
Will everybody please shut the hell up about the Canadian Cuban and the big schmeckled idiot with the real estate and the woman going to prison? Tonight is my night. Tonight is my night to be a pretty girl, too. It is nobody ever pays attention to me. I'm telling you, it's anti-Semitic is what it is. It's because I'm a Jew. It's because nobody likes the Jewish guy.
Oh my God! Well, no.
Okay.
A huge portion of Trump supporters don't. So.
I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you something. I have to tell you. I mean, I really hope Speedo goes right to the convention. It keeps making noise. I am going to. When he dies, we're gonna have to keep him alive. I could not imagine doing radio without a little.
Boom, boom, boom. And Mr.
You know what I'm really looking forward to, honestly?
Some pendulum swinging, baby.
No. Getting back to making fun of the hoople heads in Congress, okay, who deserve much ridicule and abuse on a regular basis, and starting to talk about the presidency. Okay, just forget it. All right? It was bad enough we elected the Terminator in California. We elected a professional wrestler in Minnesota. This is a trend.
And what
okay?
does he do?
All right? This is a trend. All right? What we need in this country is basic civic education, and we need people to understand we cannot send Congress back at a 93% rate.
Listen, Congress that's not going to happen. I disagree, and I think we're the never Trump movement, if you want to call it. It's more something of individuality. If you were somebody who are predisposed and inclined to do that, I think that the best thing that you could do, because Stacey and I agree, whatever happens, if Cruz had become the nominee, the same third of the Republican Party was not going to vote for Cruz. And if Trump's the nominee, it looks like a third of the Republican Party is not going to vote for Trump. So no matter who came out of this, whether they got to 1237 or it was a contested convention, the party lies in ashes. And I think what the shame of what happened here is that I completely agree that the power structure, the insiders, the GOP leadership, most of the lobbying and consulting class needed to be blown up. Where I disagree is blowing up the planks and principles of really what was the party of Lincoln. And I think it's those planks and principles that make a lot of people, declare that they are never Trump. And Stacey and I will explain this going on. But I think that it's incumbent on ourselves because Trumpkins, hand off Schmeckel, ear on radio. It is not incumbent for the loser of any political race to rally his supporters to support the winner. It is up to the winner to sell the people supporting the candidate who lost as to why they should be supported. So for you to think or expect tomorrow just Yavo Machnel goose-stepping falling in line, I wouldn't have respect for anybody that did that because that means it was a blatantly political decision. But my point is I think that the never Trump side needs to as viscerally now, because everybody's going to figure out what they want to do about Trump. Do they want to oppose him? Do they want to support a third party? Do they want to vote libertarian? Whatever. But I think what everybody needs to consolidate behind is also never Hillary. And I know that sounds like a contradiction, and it's not letting Trump get a pass on anything. And I'm not saying that you should, fall in line and support him. I'm saying do not lose sight of Never Hillary. I mean, I don't care if Never Hillary means that you just damaged this woman's negative so badly, she can't get it done with independence. But whatever it is, I think that's just as important, as making the point of never this, never that.
Well, what was interesting is a presidential poll from Rasmussen came out today in a head-to-head with Hillary and Trump. The total vote between Hillary and Trump, and this is something I haven't seen to date, and I don't recall seeing it in previous elections this early or in this large of a number. The total vote combined for Hillary and Trump was 80%, leaving 20% up for grabs. That's pretty big. And the interesting part of that was 16%. And I mean, think back, kids, think back. Ross Perot, okay? Ross Perot.
Can I talk?
Ross Perot got 12% of the vote. There are 16% of general election voters.
12.7%, Missy. Can I talk?
Huh?
Can I get a second? I got 12.7% of the vote. I was a very serious candidate. Do not so tell what Ross Perot's vote share was.
I'm sorry. Already 16% are saying that they are going to go third party. My prediction is that both of these frontrunners will become so detestable during the course of the campaign that number may increase. And you also have polls out there that show the Libertarian candidates running at 19%, which actually gets them into the presidential debates by the rules, which is unheard of.
The Libertarian, let me tell you something. The Libertarian's best saving grace. Just lean on,
stop!
Lean on legalized weed, and you might surprise at the polls. wait a minute, man. Bernie was like my guy, man. And then the man came. Well, it wasn't the man; he was Hillary. But she's like the man, and that was a complete bummer for me, man. And I was like not going to vote anymore because I tried and it didn't work out. But man, did you hear this Libertarian, man? These guys are talking about weed, man. I don't like Mexicans, man, but, if my choice is no Mexicans or weed, I'll vote weed.
Okay, terrific.
I did chat with one of the folks in that race, and I would actually like to get a Libertarian here because it's not all about the pot.
What?
Having been one for a really long time, it's not really all about the pot.
No, man, no. It's also
no, it's really not.
No, man, but no, I agree with you, man. You people talk so fast, with all your words and your thinking. No, it's also about
JD telling me I talk fast.
It's also about the no judgment sexual attitude too, man. All right, I got my girlfriend and everything, man. But we got this plant.
Oh my God, Jason's gonna vote for you because of the weed thing.
What did I tell you? You want to know something? Here's the best part. Everybody here want to save $250,000 in education, learn everything that you need to know about political science. You won't even have to read a history book. You want to unify people and get votes? Start offering free legal weed. All right, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy, baby.
Yeah, and then people like me would do nothing but watch TV, eat Doritos, and get really fat. So, no, I'm not interested. That's not why I was a libertarian.
Where is your American spirit, oy vey schmear? Oy vey schmear to the here. All right.
It's leaving for Belize as soon as I can.
This
really.
Is so nobody thinks anymore. Nobody thinks. All right, so not only do you legalize weed, but you go the whole Uncle Speedo route. Go the whole boom, boom, boom. We sell all our aircraft carriers, and we just mail everybody in the country a pound of weed. Here you go, man. Home of the free and the land of the something, all right? Now, if you do not partake, you should go open a gym in your neighborhood, and then you'll be rich. Or a Dorito store.
I was going to say, how do you figure?
Huh?
I don't know. Never mind. I'm not going there. Never mind. I'm not going there. This is supposed to be serious political commentary. No.
Of course it's serious political commentary. You know how many
All right,
ballots
I am going to commit to getting one of the libertarian candidates on this show so we can talk to a libertarian about something other than pot.
No. You don't commit to something on the air. What am I, 7? Oh, my God, now I'm going to have him on. Shut up, we'll talk about it. Oh.
Except I won't have McAfee on the show.
We can take a walk down candidate theme song lane.
Oh my God!
Where did you want to go? We got about 5 minutes left in the segment. I thought that two of these things were just as interesting. I thought the Ben Howe piece was pretty well said, but I also think the thing about Fox News and CNN is pretty interesting.
Fox News. Okay, so we have a Republican nominee, and we also have a certain television station that has been so pro that particular candidate that their ratings have basically tanked.
I mean, but this is the whole short-sightedness, and this really surprised me. And you know what's funny? And let me make a sports analogy to this. So you have the Rams that have just moved to L.A. under Coach Jeff Fisher, right? And Jeff Fisher's been in the limelight and the spotlight, and he's such a well-respected coach. And he spent, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 years, I think, when he was with the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. And what Fisher was known for before taking over the Rams was getting run out of town on a rail and being fired for drafting Vince Young as their quarterback selection with the first pick. The story that came out later, and because the Titans fell apart after that, Vince Young's not in the league, and it was an all-in pick for a bad player. It wasn't his decision. It was Bud Adams, the owner's decision. Why are you saying all this, JD? You're bad. Because I think at Fox, if you look at the public support that Rupert Murdoch showed towards Donald Trump in the beginning, I really wonder if a lot of the coverage there wasn't driven from that high up the chain. Because this is a news organization, when left in the hands of Roger Ailes, who is a politically savvy veteran going back to before the Reagan administration. No matter who was in office, no matter what the news cycle was, this channel has consistently been number one. At no point.
Well, and it always got very high ratings for giving fair and balanced coverage.
And that's the whole point.
That was their big tagline. That all went out the window about October.
That's right. And I think that, to your point, is that in Ailes' entire tenure, even if there was somebody that he wanted to pump or shill, you never really saw it on the network. You know, I think that in this particular case, there was such an. I mean, I find myself, you know, I mean, I'm always somebody who's going to, especially since we do the show, I make sure I cover all of the networks. But I'm at a point now where I am turning it off because it bothers me or makes me ill or I've had enough. And
I actually did a little happy dance when Andrea Tanteros went off the air. Oh, my God, if I do get it by mistake, I don't have to hear her anymore.
It's okay. The world needs big can waitresses and Greek diners too, Danny.
Oh, God.
And you know what? Whatever she ended up doing.
Did you see her book cover?
Oh, did I? Let me tell you something. I might not agree with her.
Giggity, let's have sex.
If you were listening to feminists, you should. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Oh, but listen, right here for radio posterity. Feel free to Andrea Tanteros, because now I know you got some time, baby. Sitting home on that couch, not being able to promote that book, got them contractual issues. Listen, call me maybe, baby. You want somebody
She's married.
What's that?
She's married.
No, she's not.
She talks about the love of her life and all the schlepping for her book.
Yeah, that's Donald Trump.
Oh, my God. Was she really auditioning for wife number 4?
Oh, who the hell knows? I will tell you one thing, though. I mean, Trump going to know Trumpkin. The fact that the man who's going to be the nominee of the Republican Party for President of the United States was floating the fact that Rafael Cruz was involved in the JFK assassination. Trumpkins, do me a favor, baby. Do me a favor. Please come talk to me at the end of November, because I can't wait to take this ride. I honestly, just for the S and giggles aspect of it, I'll tell you what, though. You know, you have to give it where it's due. If he comes out and blames Hillary for the Lindbergh baby or something like that, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to not laugh at it. It makes me want to go, But I think it's going to be an interesting race, baby. We're going to have dueling trials. Hillary might get indicted. Trump is going to a fraud trial in July. None of this is being discussed.
And civil litigation for child porn, sex. That's awesome.
No, judge kicked that. The judge kicked
did they?
that. Well, they kicked at least the civil suit. Let me tell you something. When you go on and go, I got raped, and 40 minutes later you're like, and I like $100 million. Even JD might turn his eyes sideways at that. But it won't mean I ain't going to hit you.
Not exactly sure why you're in Jeffrey Epstein's little black book either way, but.
Ooh, billionaire, freak geeks, Fantasy Island. He's like, and then Dr. Moreau, get me out of here. Coming back.
Well, he was friends with Bill.
The top of the 10 o'clock hour. We'll be closing out this show here. Part 3, we got nonsense. What the hell is going on in 3 today? Oh, something about robots taking over the world. Oh, my God. There's a Bert and Ernie thing we should have did the whole show on. That's right, kids. They do weird, freaky things when Oscar the Grouch ain't looking. JD and Stacey, Game On, K98 Talk, part of that Conservative Commandos Radio Network, paying some bills. Be right back.
Hey everybody, this is Jason, host of According to Me. I'd like to invite you to check out my show. It's a 2-hour show that lasts 60 minutes in...
Listen, I hate to interrupt, but one thing I can do is read off a script. Just say, let me be clear a lot. It works.
President Obama, I can handle this. It's a radio promo. I'm not green. I've done this before.
Did someone say green?
Now, Al Gore is here. Listen, I'm just trying to record a radio promo. Do you mind?
Now, do you say good things about me on the show?
No, not at all. But if it makes you feel any better, I rip on Republicans just as much.
The AM radio frequencies give off very high levels of radiation.
Look, my show is on the internet, which you invented. Can I just do my promo?
I got a pen. I can veto that, you know.
I know you got a pen. It's not a law. It's a radio promo. Listen, just listen to my show. Barack Obama and Al Gore hate it, so you're going to love it.
Here's an executive order. Don't listen to his show. He doesn't like me. He's racist. And he doesn't recycle either.
That's it. I'm done. It's According to Me, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on K98 Talk.
Wondering why you're up early with us on a Sunday morning making a cocktail? News lately got you drinking? Hung over from the mainstream media by Sunday? We are, and we got you covered.
We sure do. We got your hangover cure for those weekly news blues. So sit back, top off your mimosa, and add some Baileys to that coffee.
Take a match to your copy of the New York Times. Light, funny, and oh yeah, news with booze.
And a lot of laughter.
Welcome to Bloody Marys and Broadsheets. If it's Sunday, it's Bloody Marys and Broadsheets.
We're your cure from your weekly news hangover.
We will never fully understand what we've asked of our military service members or their families, asking them to put themselves in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep them secure for the rest of their lives. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
K98 Talk is expanding its lineup for 2015. This means we are expanding our advertising base. Whether you're a startup trying to push through to the next level, or an established business trying to supplement your advertising budget, web-based advertising is a solid investment. Thanks to Talk's newest partnership with TuneIn Radio and instant access to our sister station, K98 FM, we give you worldwide access at a reasonable cost. Interested parties should email us at sales@k98fm.com.
Welcome back, JD and Stacey. Back Game On here on K98 Talk, part of that Conservative Commandos Radio Network. What do we got to do now, JD and Stacey? Get over to K98Talk.org, get in that chat room. Tell Ron, pants on, Evah, Schmier. Say hello to Stacey. Join the conversation. Some of the smartest, best political audience in the business, baby. Little tab of acid. They tighten up their drink. They top off their stick. They get whatever help make them think. Remember, guys, after the show, stick around for the boss, Rick Robinson, Jay Homestead, and then America Off the Rails, the top of the 11 o'clock hour. Stacey and I live here Tuesday, 9 p.m., Thursday, 9 p.m., Sunday, 11 a.m., Friday with a 5 p.m. drive time lead into that Yahoo Sports on that WNJC 1360 a.m., serving that listening audience of 4.2 million listeners in that Philadelphia, Southern Jersey, Northern Delaware. Philadelphia, hear me, baby. Hear me when I say this, baby. I like this Carson Wentz. I like it, I like it, I like it. Love that you got rid of Mark Sanchez. Remember, guys, get over to the Facebook page, JD and Stacey. Like that. Get 10 friends. Have 10 more come. Have them like it, too. Hoople's website coming. We're going to sell you all sorts of stuff. It's not going to be made in China. Maybe the Philippines. And after that, remember, guys, get over to Spreaker.com, #Brown, JD and Stacey, JDANDSTACEY. Find out the thing and what we do, and ba-ba-ba, and boo-boo-boo. Jackson just asked me where we got the 19% stat about Johnson, the Libertarian candidate.
Where I got which stat?
It was a 19% stat you had in there. I think it was about 19%.
It was more the Libertarian candidate. They don't have their candidate yet, so it's Gary Johnson, Austin Peterson, and McAfee. Who, McAfee's not for real
because of the weed, man. Well, now that we have,
but I will say this for people who have been traditionally conservative: Austin Peterson is the only pro-life libertarian. So.
And I do think that Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton is going to set us up for a world record between now and November of...
You're a liar! You know something that you're not telling us, you slimy scumbag liar!
I really do. I really, 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 really do.
Oh, I just think people should keep listening to us because we're just going to make fun of everybody at this point. And, our shenanigans, JD.
Our shenanigans are...
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
But more importantly...
It's not gonna be an orgy. It's a toga party.
No, your radio toga party. We got Thursday's tagline.
There you go. Your radio toga party.
Okay, terrific.
That's going on a T-shirt.
Yo, radio free weed, man. Before we go into nonsense of the world, Stacey and I found out about an amazing new radio business model in the last 24 hours that we were so surprised about. Evidently, Lord Jesus, Lord. For those of you out there who have 620-watt light bulbs and the desire to have your own radio show, Lord, feel free to reach out to Bill Mitchell and the Church of Harry Cleveland.
Okay, terrific.
Oh, God. You had to do that, didn't you?
What's the name of your radio network? 6 Light Bulb Productions. Lord Jesus, I seen the light as I pick your pocket. Please hit the tip cup. God, it makes me ill.
And for any Trumpkins who do listen to the show that may follow me on Twitter, I promise you, if you tweet #MAGA at me, you're muted. I can't hear anything else you say.
Oh, stop talking about the 500-watt Trumpkin.
Oh, God.
All right, listen. I will give it up to you. Are we starting with the drug-sniffing car, the sex amusement park, or the Bert and Ernie story? Ooh, please, which one?
Let's go with the amusement park, and you can kick that one off because I'm not sure I bring anything to the table.
Oh, again?
I bring nothing to the table.
All right, I haven't read this, so let's see where this goes. Brazil Pond is an erotic theme park, baby, with no sex allowed. That's kind of weird. Wait, what is this about? This is from the New York Times. What in the world offers you glimpses of what our journalists are observing? Oh, no. Erotic sculpture park? Check. Bumper cars designed like genitalia? Oh, God, check. Snack bar serving aphrodisiac recipes? That's called a rave. Check. Sex on the premises? Better not. Entrepreneurs in Rio, those crazy Brazilians, are seeking to build an adults-only theme park called Erotica. Really? The first adult amusement park in the world, and the best name they come up with is Erotica Land, near the city of, I can't pronounce that, about 2 hours drive from Sao Paulo, and they hope to open by 2018. What is the whole net on this?
The whole net on this is some people in Brazil think that it's really like, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to attract really strange people, which they would, and other people think they should. And it's just the argument on both sides.
The world already has an erotic theme park. It's called Las Vegas. Speaking about...
that's called Disneyland in Hell for adults.
Speaking about erotica, we finally have in print what everybody has always known about Bert.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Teddy, did you just say Bert and Ernie like from Sesame Street? Yes, because evidently...
3 simple words. I am gay.
From the Washington Examiner, Sesame Street's Bert and Ernie star in couples STD HIV ad called Everything Positive. Because what does somebody who's just been informed that they have an STD or HIV want? Comforting from televised puppets. Sesame Street swears that Muppets Bert and Ernie are only friends. You don't have that kind of head. But that hasn't stopped the maker of a new at-home test for HIV and STDs to suggest that the two fuzzy BFFs have something much more intimate in mind. In a promotion for Mately, the puppets are shown looking at test results. I should have thought Bert and Ernie. I forget. I'll have a Bert and Ernie voice next week. See, Ernie, you got nothing to worry about. Everything is positive.
It's part of Mately's edgy campaign to promote its subscription service that provides both discrete testing and results and allows users to then broadcast those results on dating apps or directly through Mately.
I would have to think.
I've been tested. Oh, my God.
I would have to think that if you think of the physiological design of a puppet.
But Sesame Street's demanding they stop using Bert and Ernie.
No, you know who they should use? Remember the two lesbians that used to take acid and play guitar on children's television when we were kids? The Magic Gun.
Oh, God. All I can think of is my daughter, when she was younger, had a Sleepy Time Ernie that used to snore and, sing lullabies. That thing broke. That thing broke in the middle of the night and started screaming, and my grandmother was visiting. And it woke her up, and she, it freaked her out. I had a possessed Goodnight Ernie doll, and now I'm wishing that I had never introduced my children to Bert and Ernie at all.
Gee, Bert, I had a nightmare. Can I come sleep in your bed, Bert?
Oh, God.
That's not bad. That's not bad for not having even thought about or tried a Bert and Ernie. Oh, my God. It's not a show.
University of North...
I really don't give a damn about robots, but I can never go anywhere doing show prep where there's not stories about robots destroying the world. This is fortunate.
Well, now they're going to take all our jobs.
No, those are the Mexicans. This is fortunate.
No, this is robots.
No, Mexicans take jobs. Robots steal silverware. Fortune, it's time to really start worrying about a robot takeover. Hedge fund mogul David Siegel fears AI will cost lots and lots of jobs. Add David Siegel to the list of powerful execs who are uncomfortable. What's he bitching about? We got about a minute left.
Is this the same AI that Microsoft couldn't even deploy on Twitter?
You're talking to somebody who thinks AI stands for Allen Iverson. Practice.
Artificial intelligence, the bot that they turned into a racist, misogynist Nazi in less than 24 hours.
No, that's Donald Trump.
No, that's his supporters.
You say AI, I think Allen Iverson. What's with the drug-sniffing car?
The drug-sniffing car. Apparently, they mistakenly developed some technology at the University of Texas that allows police officers to see what's in the air around them. So, like, I don't know, if you're cooking meth, they can actually see it.
Where was it invented?
University of Texas. Don't move there.
The fastest hour in conservative radio. Wrapping up, baby. We want to thank all our old listeners, new listeners, everybody in between. For those of you new to the program, this is where JD turns to his beautiful and brilliant co-host and goes, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. You got those keys?
Yeah, let's go to the airport and move to Belize.
Aeropuerto, sí. Oh, wait a second. Before we get in the car. All right. Tell the nice people where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me at Scottsfire, SCOTSFYRE on Twitter, and Stacey Lennox on Facebook. And yes, I still carry the hashtag #NeverTrump.
And you can find me at GameOnJD on the Twitters. You know the story. I'm vested up. Come, take your best shot. Guess what, morons? I'm not even getting started. You think people I'd mess with now? Wait till you get a load of me. If I live through it, I'll see you Thursday night.
I'm looking for you, you Occupy freaks with your glitter bombs. Bring it on! Bring on the glitter. Everything has changed. Everything has changed in the last few years. Conservatives used to take it, and we're not taking it anymore.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 29security.com. That's the number 29security.com. 29security.com. Go to 29security.com. If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 29security.com. That's the number 29security.com. 29security.com. Go to 29security.com.